that's the lowest set as well. Hi guys, we're here tonight at the Liverpool Hospital grounds just to see the current state of play. They've been chopping down all the trees, so obviously planning some side. But very windy. Yeah, it's very windy, very choppy as well. We're actually over on YouTube as well, I think. Very good. I've got to show you this. Hi everybody, we are at the old Liverpool Asylum site. Rachel, hello, how are you doing? Shandy, hi. Something really strange we want to show you. We've been checking the grounds out. They've knocked the buildings down and a lot of the trees. You may get a lot of wind interference because the wind has kind of picked up pretty heavy around here. Hey Tina, how are you doing? I'll just show you something. We found a big circle of like mushrooms. It's really weird. I'll try and get the camera over there to show you without the camera falling off. A fairy ring. Excuse the pun. So are we on a dual live now? Are you on yeah, this camera is on YouTube and your camera's on TikTok. See these mushrooms just down here? They go all the way around. They form like, go around there. They go round in them nettles there. They go around and form through there and end up back over there. We haven't actually, we're acting really strange. We haven't actually stood in the middle of that circle yet, have we? No, we haven't. I don't think we have. But it's an amazing thing. And in the middle of this weird circle, there's an old shoe, look, an old woman's like high heel shoe, if you can see that. Very, very strange. So we're just going to wait while it gets a bit darker and hopefully. Rachel said the bodies normally grow. The mushrooms normally grow where there's bodies buried. I know that's what they say about nettles, isn't it? All these nettles. Yeah, they do say that about nettles as well. Apparently it's the nitrogen content in nettles. So this camera is on a tripod. I'm just carrying the tripod around, trying to find a spot. We've kind of set some equipment down there. We're going to go for a walkabout and I'll put this camera somewhere and I'll come back for some equipment. So I'll turn the camera around so I can see where I'm going, guys. A couple of years ago, a guy got in touch with PSI, and it was a chap who used to actually work on this site. He was doing some contracts work on it on one of the buildings, and one of the chaps said, another chap who was on a roof with him said, have you noticed the ground when you look around? And he said, well, you don't actually see it when you look at it. All these divots, all these bells. I don't know if you heard that, what Tony was saying. On this ground, back in the olden days of mental asylums, some people were treated with like electroshock therapy, lobotomies and things like that, and they used to put the bodies in the ground. This is what we've heard of some of the older generations. So we're both just walking forward. We're going to leave a camera. We're going to set up a trail camera over that far end where I'm taking you now, and we're going to set a Bushnell night scope so we can scope the full lot when it's dark. I'll show you that when we've set it up. Who we got in? Who's watching this evening? Shandy, hello. Misfits Paranormal, Smoke Puppy, what a clown, exactly.
And this ground where we are as well is right at the back of an old crematorium. So I'm going to set the camera right at the back fence of the crematorium while I go and get some equipment. So you guys need to keep looking. We have seen figures in here on... Oh, bloody hell. Big hole. Tony, there's a big hole there.
There's a big hole.
I just stood in it. So we're using blue light this evening. We're trying something different with different lighting to see if we can capture more stuff in this kind of light. Oh, need to go back and find the equipment. Guys, can you see okay back there? Is it visible? I can't tell because this light's shining in my face. Dr. Spook, hi, how are you doing? You like blue? Excellent. We are trying different lighting and filters. That's what we're doing this evening as well. Yeah, you can see, Rich. All right. I'm going to leave the camera running here with the light on. Tony's in that direction somewhere. I'm going to get some of the equipment and bring it back over here. If you see anything, just type it in the comments and it'll stamp it when we check the footage back later. Sarah, hello, how are you doing?
Weird light reflected. Really weird. What was that? It's weird. Yeah, so... So what was he doing? It was really old. Yeah, we had some great EVPs in this area. We had a really polite spirit one night. We were just stood, I think, several feet in the direction in front of me. And we were doing some EVPs. And this is actually another YouTube clip. And this really, we asked, would you like to talk to us? And this really polite ghost, this really polite spirit of an old guy said, no thank you. I was just the weirdest. But then again, we come looking for these things, and so that is what we expect to find. Right, excellent. So here we are. Hi Babs. This is the first time I've properly looked at the screen. Jim R says lol. He's laughing out loud, bless him. Yeah, keep tapping that screen, guys. Keep tapping that screen. I've seen that just coming back with the stuff now. So we'll probably do some, probably be here doing a few EVPs, etc. Hi, Alice. Good evening. Good to see you. Yeah, here he is. grills. Steakhouse grill, more like. Hi. Hi. Hi, bud. You're really trying hard to get my attention. What's that all about? Paranormal Evidence Investigation. Good evening. How are you all?
So I've got the trail cam. I'm going to put the trail cam up in that direction, about 100 metres in that direction, because that is where we saw a figure. Evening, Kay. How are you doing? Taz, how are you doing?
No, that's we're always radioed when it comes to places like this because well, for public safety more than anything.
So, don't know if you've seen these before. This is like a military grade Bushnell. It's like a night scope, but you could probably put it on a gun. It's got the gun rail.
Yeah. It's got a little picky rail.
And this actually records, and this can film 100 metres like in open space, can't it, at least?
Yeah, in pure infrared, in digital format. So we've got 2 of these, and they've come in very, very useful.
Yeah, so I'm going to stick that on a tripod over there somewhere as well. And then we'll be walking around just looking at the equipment to see if we can see anything through this. I don't know if you can make it out through that, but I'll go set that up as well.
Very good. Very good. Very good, very nice.
You got your radio on?
I've got my radio on, yeah.
Well, shout me if you could hear me. Hello, hello, hello.
You're all working.
Can you hear me through it?
Yes. Good evening, Hannah. Evening, Jack.
Right, dude, I'll go set this up. I'll go set this equipment up over there.
Zippity doo that. Hello. All right, mate. I might actually, while we're here, there's no time like the present. Might actually do a few EVPs, see if we can get any more replies. Because historically, this has been a really good area for EVPs, as I was saying before, and actually, a place where we found out it was actually predictable haunting. And spirit lights in these woods. You can go over to our YouTube videos, especially the time that Tony was with us, Tony and Michelle, when we brought people here with us, and they experienced it as well. They experienced the predictable haunting. They heard the footsteps approaching, and they approach them, stop them 10 feet, and then that's it. And Tony actually saw the spirit lights between the team that was right at the end, and him who was in here. That was freaky that night. It was all kicking off. It was good. It was good. Which is, as I say, is the reason why we come to these places. Right, so there's no time like the present. There might be a little bit of wind noise back there. But we'll see what we can do. We'll do a few. I can tell there's one man's already. It's topping out the stairs. Probably not going to be too successful either. But if there is anyone here in spirit and you'd like to talk, we'd love to hear from you. Can you come and say hello? Can you introduce yourself? My name's Tony. What's your name? I can tell there's one noise already. It's tipping up the scales. Oh, it's not bad actually.
We've come here again to the Delapole Hospital site. We're just wondering if we can communicate with the spirits we've communicated before on here. There's a bed that's very vocal. If there's anyone here in spirit, can you tell us your name? If you're speaking to this little device I've got here with the red light on, then we'll be able to hear your name. We'll at least be able to hear your voice. I'm Tony. Mark is over there. Can you tell us who you are? Come here again to the Delapole Hospital site. Just wondering if we can communicate with the spirits we've communicated before on here. There's a bed that's very vocal. If there's anyone here in spirit, can you tell us your name if you're speaking to this little... Yeah, no problem, mate. Where are you? Oh, I've got eyes on you, yeah, I can see you. Device I've got here with the red light on. They won't be able to hear your name. I think that's inevitable, isn't it? Do you think it's worth setting the trail cam up? We'll at least be able to hear your voice. I'm Tony. Mark is over there. Can you tell us who you are? Lauren's Paranormal Reviews and Scam Content. Shandy sent me here.
Oh, cool. Well, we was going to set up the trail cam, but all the movement off the wind and the trees, it's just triggering it, so we're not going to set that up. It's pointless.
I thought there were fairy lights behind you.
What's behind me?
Oh, just someone saying on the TikTok lab, I thought there were fairy lights behind you, but it might be the thing flickering away on the shoulder. Yes, they do look like it, don't they? Hello, Lulu. We're back at old homes, so to speak. And we're actually on the old Delapole Asylum hospital grounds up in Willoughby.
We're actually using the
With the bare minimum gear. What was that?
EMF meter. It's the camera and the rig triggering it, because
right, yeah, okay.
this measures AC fields, which is electronic man-made devices. So if I've got that on, and then we know, obviously, if anything's triggering it, like the camera's triggering it now, we know that it's man-made, what is triggering what the energy is around us. If you want to measure DC fields, you would use the Mel meter or a Tra meter. DC measures the natural Earth's magnetic energy field. So we're actually just waiting for it to get a bit dark, but it's still a bit of daylight, even though we're underneath the canopy of the trees. We've got the camera sheltered in this corner because the wind, you wouldn't hear what was going on. Kathy, hello, how are you doing? We're going to do some sound recordings. I don't know if Tony already has. For those of you that don't know, Tony is the other half of PSI. He mainly looks after the TikTok channel, whereas I take care of the YouTube, but we both kind of interact with both of them. We'll get the ghost box out, and because we're right next to the crematorium building itself, which is, I believe it's Victorian, just to see if any kind of things come through the white noise. If I turn the camera that way a bit, you'll see the fence of the crematorium. Maybe, I don't know if that light is bright enough, if I shine my flashlight down there. See, that goes all the way down there, look. So that fence there is the back of the crematorium. Just try and alter the light coming from this lamp to give you guys a better view. I can't. Can you guys see any better? I don't think you can you? Let's change the colour of the light then, let's change it. Let me know when you can see a lot better. That's pink. Yeah, visibility's not very good, is it, on this lamp? Guys, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take... Oh, the pink was better. I think it's because we're in, obviously, an open area, and the light's just spreading everywhere. Them lamps are really good for indoors, to be honest. I'll use the flashlight. Oh, they've been refused entry, have they? Right. They're actually knocking everything down on these grounds. I think they're rebuilding. I'll carry you over now to where the Bushnell night scope is, and hopefully we'll get a view of all the within 100 metres. So that's Tony just over there. So we're going to have a look through the Bushnell scope. Oh, you got the... Just turn this off. If you guys can make that out. Tony's holding not shine it in the lens, a thermal camera.
It's the weirdest image, isn't it?
That's like a thermal imager. Is it reading the outside temperature? I bet it's It should be about 8 degrees.
Well, I mean, don't forget this one.
Let's have a look.
The one that we're using, it's especially mapped for human body temperature.
Yeah.
So it's really specific. It does show you tolerances between cold and warm. And oh yeah, and by the way, I managed to get a colour picture. I think you noticed. It was in there. It was in the menu. I thought it was. But the beauty of it, it highlights the coldest points and the hottest points. You get 2 little tracking crosses.
Yeah.
So it shows you exactly where the coldest and the highest point, the warmest points are. What is that but one point on the ground?
I don't know. Is that where we've just been?
I don't know. Let's go and have a look.
I'm just following a heat trace. What Tony found on the thermal imager. Whoa, the wind up here.
Oh, it was the corner of the building. Showing through the window. What it was.
Just going to leave talking. The thing about being outside like this is we've got to keep. I can see it. There it is. All this was woodland. Last time we came, they've knocked everything down. So this is the Bushnell night scope. See that there? So that's going to shoot from there. It's going to shoot out an infrared beam all the way down there. I'll just turn it on and I'll try and show you what it looks like through that scope. Just going to take the camera off the tripod. I'm trying to give you guys a look through this night scope. That area down there is where we saw a figure walking across a couple of years ago. We've been back here about 12 times. Don't know how focused this is going to be for you guys. I've set it up. Beardo, how are you doing? Such cool toys, yeah. Check it. I'm trying to do it so you guys can see. So this scope is pointing right down there where we saw a figure walking a few years ago. See if you can see through it. You can't really make it out through the mobile phone, but that is actually so that's in that direction. It's about 100 metres think, roughly. And I had to take an emergency toilet break one time over there in those trees, and there was footsteps all around me, and it was really, really strange. We're on the hilltop now trying to capture evidence of that. And this night scope actually, it records as well, so we'll be able to put any kind of footage we capture onto the YouTube video. So the temperature is freezing. It was all right. We said we was going to come out because I think there's somebody with a dog in the distance. Just take another look. It's much better when you use this in person. I can see right. It's like it's daytime looking through this thing. This is what we used to see distance. So I'm just recording some of the footage now to put onto the, if we put a YouTube video up, just to throw in there. I haven't got it as clear as it could be, to be fair. What I'm going to do is I'm going to point that down that track there and leave it recording, and I'm going to go back to the area Tony's in. There are dogs all over the place. And see what Tony's up to. In fact, I'm going to give him a radio. Lauren, hello. Let's try and get you guys back on this thing. Hello, Tony, you alright?
Yeah, whereabouts are you?
I'm on the tree line next to the bush knoll. I've left it recording. Down that footpath what they've cleared, and I'm going to come back to you.
Ah, right, okay. Right, I'm going to get back in the woods because there's a bit more protection against this wind.
Yeah. Yeah, it's real windy, isn't it? Yeah, can't do any EVPs in this area. I'll have to go into the back area near the crematorium.
I did a few test ones there earlier, and it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that much.
Alright, no worries, I'll be 2 minutes.
2 minutes from now or 2 minutes from there?
Guys, don't forget, if you see anything, please type in the comments, and it leaves like a timestamp on the live when it's recording. I can look back at the footage. I'm going to go back to Tony now and see what equipment we've got. I think we've got PSB 7. We'll get that one, see if we can hear anything on the white noise frequencies. Tony's just there with the thermal
Here he
images.
is. Ah,
All right.
yeah. Yeah, it's good.
Can we
Tell you
just
what,
have a look through with this camera?
This
See if
thing's got a
anything-
hell of a range on it.
Let me see if I can get it. Have you detected any anomalies?
No. But it just goes to show the value of actually having one of these things in an area like this.
Yeah.
Something you can, a good tool you can quickly whip out. What are you laughing at?
Don't like the sound of them dogs. Can you hear
I
them?
don't know what he's laughing at. Yeah. Not the bloody miles away.
Should we get the PSP 7 out?
Yeah.
I'll leave a light on so people on this live can watch.
Yeah, it is also good. When you watch the video, you immediately point it back direction. If it is the light, you can immediately tell. So you can write that off straight away.
I'm going to bang the lamp on
You're going to bang the lamp on.
just so people can see what we're doing.
Cool. So we're going to get the PSP 7 out. Which is the little spirit radio. And then we're going to do a bit of a spirit box session. And then I think we'll try some more EVPs after with.
Are you going to be all right if it's windy?
Yeah, as I say, I did a few test runs earlier and it was completely fine. Better than I thought it would be.
Just trying to get this.
It was absolutely all right. So, I know in our previous spirit box sessions on this site, I don't know, they've been quite good, haven't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had some really good answers. So hopefully, I mean, we were using the PSP 7 then. So hopefully we'll be able to hear some good answers this evening. Fingers crossed.
Oh. Guys, so we're at the back of the crematorium. We've got the PSP 7 out because we know people like to see if any voices or anything come through this. What did that say? Augie? If you hear something different to us, it could be that we're hearing it differently. It's sound pareidolia. Just let us know what if you hear anything. And put the speaker closer to the camera.
I thought that said
Augie. We heard footsteps before down here and it was a hedgehog. Do you remember?
oh, yeah, that, a couple of years ago. That was funny. It kind of ran up on us. It was like it was challenging us.
The only thing when you're wearing like your radio and your torch in your pockets, it pulls your jeans down.
Easy, Tiger.
Is there anyone in spirit that would like to communicate with us? Any lost souls from the asylum? Hello? Did you hear that?
Yeah,
Was that a hello back?
I think so.
Something like a faint woman's voice saying hello. What's your name?
Tony!
Sorry, Tony. You see what's behind us there.
Yeah, Mel heard that response.
Mel over on TikTok. Can you tell us your name, please?
If there's anyone in spirit wants to communicate with us tonight, we wanted to let you know that's okay. We're not scared. I'm Tony. This is Mark. Can you tell us your name? Can you tell us your name, please?
Seems like it's the answers are really faint in the
Yeah.
background.
Yeah, yeah.
So for those that don't know where we are, we're on the grounds of an old asylum. What was that? Is that a whistle? Did you hear it?
I heard a beep.
What was it?
Beep, beep. I don't know, probably the gimbal or something.
We're on the grounds of an old asylum, or what has been torn down, but these woodlands stand where the buildings used to be, and we have seen over the last, how many years have we been investigating?
About 4 years, haven't we?
Over the last 4 years, we've been investigating, we've seen figures walking, we've captured EVPs, and we've left people alone in these woods, and they've heard footsteps walking up to them, then walking away. 3 people have witnessed that. But just to my left, that way, is the old crematorium building, which is still in use. Snotnose, hello.
Spot nose.
That's what it says.
Oh, on YouTube.
Yeah.
Nice. So if there's anybody in spirit, you can communicate with us through this radio rig. All you need to do is tell us your name. Thank you. When you talk to us, I'm addressing people of spirit. people who were at the Delapole site in particular. Is there anyone of spirit around? Can you tell us your name? I'm Tony. This is Mark.
Who's that? Is it high? Is it still in use, Toby? No. The crematorium behind me, where the fence is, that's still in use.
Crematorium just over the fence, actually. What Mark just said, it's still in use. It was originally part of the Delapole Hospital. It was the old chapel. And whenever you used to get a death in Delapole, he used to ferry the body down a path that leads right to the spot, take it straight to the crematorium.
So,
Mel said, sorry, is it just me that keep hearing the voice? Bab said, heard that. Jack heard it too.
we're trying not to ask too many questions to influence what people hear. We're just asking the very basics. Hello? Hello? Have you got a sound recorder on your phone?
Yeah.
Shall we try some EVPs?
Okay.
Or try and capture some? I'll just turn this off. So, for the YouTube camera, I don't think you can see Tony. We'll let Tony come in shot a bit. He's going to do some sound recordings and hopefully capture something.
There we go. That's better. Right, okay, so... yeah, let's try some EVPs again.
What do you think the temperature is?
8 degrees.
9.9.
9.9. Whoa, nearly there. So this is for anybody in spirit. And anybody who especially used to frequent the old Delapole Hospital. If there's anyone in spirit, we want to let you know it's okay to talk to us. If we could just hear your voice, if you could just tell us your name. All we want to do is hear you say hello. I'm Tony. This is Mark. Can you speak to us, please?
What do you think the temperature is? 8 degrees. What was it? 9.9. 9.9. Nearly there.
So this is for anybody in spirit. And anybody who especially used to frequent the old Delapole Hospital. If there's anyone in spirit, we want to let you know it's okay to talk to us. If we could just hear your voice, if you could just tell us your name. I thought you had a voice in the background there.
There's like a shuffling.
So you say hello. I'm Tony. This is Mark. Can you speak to us, please?
bit of interference. Can I just show the camera this? For those who saw the recording where I did a debunk on a guy with a K2 meter, this isn't a K2 meter, but as you can see, it's being triggered because I'm near Tony's radio, I'm near his mobile phone, the mobile phone here. This measures AC, alternating current. All man-made items give off that sort of current. So if you're using an EMF meter, you want one what measures DC fields, really.
You find that a living field or the field of a human is measurable in millivolts but it's DC electricity, not AC.
This is what we're saying about K2s. It's not the radio until I trigger the mic. Tony's voice recorder there and Tony's camera there. This is being triggered. We're just letting people know when you're using K2 meters, they're not reliable. We've brought this to show as an example how it can be triggered. Didn't bring the mel meter, did we?
No, we didn't. No,
because it was only really doing a lav.
We brought the minimum of gear.
So equipment will set off your K2 meter, and that's about a metre away, the camera. And I'm stood next to Tony, and it's really high EMF reading, 17 it's going to.
Yeah.
Ligos. Guess what the temperature is now?
8 degrees.
It went from 9.9, it's now at 10.4. You wouldn't believe the temperature's going up.
You wouldn't. You'd think it was going down. You wouldn't think it was going up. Right, okay. Is that thing going to go off again?
I'll turn it off.
All right. Go.
That's off.
Right, okay, I'm going to do another. Do you want to ask out, Mark?
Can do. I'm just pulling the. This radio's pulling my jeans down. Doing that on camera. There you go. No kids watching, is there? If there's anyone there, can you tell us what your name is, please? They are levelling this ground. You won't be able to speak to us much longer because we won't be able to get on this site to investigate. Can you tell us what your name is, please? We've only ever got one really good EVP on here, haven't we? I think.
Yeah, we have. That was the old voice. That was a really polite old man.
Yeah.
When we asked if he wanted to talk to us, he said, "No, thank you."
Oh,
that was just the weirdest.
What's that? Rachel Thompson. Rachel now, moderator on YouTube. If anyone's getting a blurry screen, press the cog at the top of the screen, choose quality, then advance and change picture quality. I didn't know you could do that, Rachel. Thanks for letting everybody know.
Well, there you go. So if there is anybody in spirit, anybody on this site would like to communicate with us, like we keep saying, as we keep asking, as we can keep imploring, we would love to hear your voice. We'd love to have some spirit communication with you. And as Mark's just said, this might be the final chance to communicate with us. We know we've heard voices on this ground before. If you could tell us your name, that would be wonderful. We'd be very appreciative. Thank you. So if there is anybody in spirit, anybody on this
Tony, can I leave you here with a YouTube channel as well? I'm going to go
Yeah, of
collect the
course.
Bushnell night scope because I've left it right over there and I don't feel safe leaving it
All right.
for that long.
Yeah, yeah, no problem. No
So,
problem.
yeah, a lot of these on here haven't seen you very often on the YouTube channel, have they?
No, that's
Because
right.
you
Hello.
look after the TikTok channel.
I'm TikTok Tony. Yeah, I don't think I've got very long battery-wise in my phone as well.
All right, I've got a battery pack if you want to borrow one.
Have you got a lead?
Might have.
Ah, cool.
Might have. TikTok Tony.
It may just be your brain or static. Could be, and it is a little bit breezy out here tonight. I mean and since I've just said that, the wind's picked up a little bit, so I don't know how much longer we're going to be able to do this for. It is really cold though.
No, I don't. No, the one I had in my bag. I think it's the one I've got on my battery pack now.
All right, no problem.
Bollocks.
No problems.
It was just a last minute thing though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
But how much battery I got left on mine? If you want to, just pull it. If you have to, pull it out the bottom of mine and stick it in yours.
Hello, Peter. Boy Scout. Boy Scout then, Tony. Always come prepared. Well, we generally do.
It was,
But
a last minute thing to come and just check it out.
Yeah.
Wanted to test the YouTube live channel in respect with the TikTok at the same time, which that's what we're doing. I'll go get that bush now.
All right. Okie dokie. So we're not going to be here for much longer. So I'm addressing Spirit now. We know we've heard voices on these grounds before, and they've been Class A EVPs. Can you come speak to us tonight? We know this ground has been disturbed. They're redeveloping it or something, so like Mark said earlier, this is probably going to be one of the last chances you'll get to speak to us. If you could tell us your name, if you could tell us who you are, and at least we can give you some recognition. My name's Tony. What's your name, please? So we're not going to be here for much longer. So I'm addressing Spirit now. We know we've heard voices on these grounds before, and they've been Class A EVPs. Can you come speak to us tonight? We know this ground has been disturbed. They're redeveloping it or something, so like Mark said earlier, this is probably going to be one of the last chances you'll get to speak to us. If you could tell us your name, if you could tell us who you are, and at least we can give you some recognition. My name's Tony. What's your name, please? I'm sure I heard something on the end of there. I'm sure I heard something on the end of that. We do review all the EVPs. We'll run them through a sound program, and we'll lift out all the interesting parts just to actually see. I think there was something on there. If you can get really close to this device I'm holding in my hand and try really hard to leave us your name, to tell us your name. If that was you, could you do that again for us, please? Just speak into this red light. Do you know what I thought I had breathing then?
If you can get really close to this device I'm holding in my hand and try really hard to leave us your name, to tell us your name. If that was you, can you do that again for us, please? Just speak into this red light.
Oh, light's gone out.
Do you know what I thought I had breathing then?
They need energy, they certainly do. Right, let me just get a light on, guys. Ah, right, well. I heard Stephen very quietly and fast. Yeah, and again at the end of that recording, I thought I heard something. I thought there was something on it. As I say, we do review all these recordings correctly, and so I'll be doing that later when I get home. We're listening to these the recordings we've made tonight, but I don't think we're going to be here for much longer. Even though it's a fascinating place to visit, it always has been. Yeah, it's that cold, you can see my breath now. May as well.
I'm seeing some really weird stuff.
Like what, dude? Are you seeing lights at all?
I keep thinking I'm seeing like people walking, like dark figures, but I don't know if it's a trick of the light or what. I'm trying to figure it out.
Ah, interesting. Whereabouts are you?
Right on the tree line. I'm coming back to you though. You're about 200 meters away.
All right, okay. You don't think they're walking down that path, dear?
I'm not certain. I had the Bushnell recording for the last 30 or 40 minutes just pointing down that path, so I'll need to check that footage out.
Interesting. Yeah, very good. Yeah, excellent. Yeah, it can be it can be the spookiest place, this, on an evening, especially when you know its history. And the site here, or the site that used to be here, was actually here for longer than people think. It got established in I think the early 19th century. because it was originally the asylum that used to be in Hull, and they moved it out here on the outskirts because they thought it would be better for the people who use the hospital, for fresh air, etc. And yeah, it was here up until the mid-90s. And oh, here's Mark coming back now. It was up here. Why can't I talk? It was here up until the mid-90s, and it was a place that would always been here while we were kids, so we always knew about it. So it was sad when it closed, to be honest. But there you go. Such is progress. Yeah, your lamp went out, mate.
Is that Dad already?
They obviously need energy.
That was a fully charged. That should have lasted 2 hours, at least.
Really?
Yeah. I charged that just before we came out.
Wow. What's the screen say on the back? Does it say anything? Oh, low battery. Okay.
Weird. I did. I charged that. That should have. Last time I used that at the RAF base, that lasted all night.
Wow.
Anyway, I'll just put this away then.
Did you say mental asylum? Yeah, it was an old mental hospital. They closed most asylums here in the 90s too. Yeah, they did. It was a sweeping thing, wasn't it? Yeah, relying on
Care in the community.
care in the community. Good old care in the community. Yeah, what a shame.
Take that off with jeans.
Are we about packing up, do you think?
Yeah, I'm just grabbing bits.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm going to end this TikTok live because I think my phone's going to die anyway, so it hasn't much long. So thanks for tuning in, guys.
Just take this mobile phone off here.
Very sad. Puss must have been homeless. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah. Yeah. Have you both been to any prisons? No, we'd like to do more prisons.
We've done the Old Nick, which is a prison, an old
Yeah,
Victorian prison, isn't
Yeah,
it?
we've done the Old Nick, which was brilliant, by the way.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I did.
Was that a woman?
I don't know. But
That was either a cat or a woman.
But there was a noise behind us.
Let me switch the angle of the camera on.
I want to go to.
I can see what everybody's saying now. So we are we've only brought a few bits and pieces with us. We're going to pack up some of the stuff and we'll walk back through the woods with you.
I think we both heard that at the same time.
It sounded like a woman. So Tony in his hand, he's got a thermal imaging camera. That is the lights you can see. The pink light you can see is just scanning the area for any anomalies. We both heard something like a woman. Possibly a cat maybe, but who knows? Yeah, it was right down there. Right over there. Looks like there's still a mental health services clinic on the ground too. Says K. Sage the kangaroo, Maryland. Oh, that's where you are, is it? Sorry, I'm just catching up on the messages. It's what?
just shut that down again. Just shut the camera down. Right, okay, guys. I'm going to say it's goodbye from me.
See you later, TikTok. Everybody on TikTok there, Tony's just shutting TikTok off.
So we'll see. Oh, that was well timed.
What? Oh, yeah, it just lost it. The battery's gone.
Yeah.
Pine View, just behind the crematorium, appears to still be an active mental health clinic, says Kay. I'm just dismantling some of the equipment. I'm going to leave the camera running because you never know. Bollocks.
Right, okay, let's get this in its case. My hands are bloody freezing.
Your hands are cold.
Yeah. Dainty hands.
Do you know what we'll have to do, Tony?
What?
Convert another mobile phone to see in the dark. And then we won't have to, you know, use both hands, and we'll have one hand free to do something else.
Oh.
Tony,
I was actually looking a while back at mobile phones that had excellent night vision capabilities.
can I just give you this while I just pack that tripod up? It's
Yeah.
YouTube live. People
Yeah,
are
of
still
course.
watching.
No problem.
That's the battery pack in there.
Thank you.
Just while I pack this lot up.
Jar. Ah, so there we are. We have vision again. So, pitch black here. It's absolutely pitch black now. And so we're just packing up. As I say, I mean, we weren't meant to be here long tonight at all. It was pretty much a last minute thing. But we needed to get out because we haven't been out for such a long time. And we both thought, oh, let's go to Delapole. Got to go to Delapole. Go to the old Asylum site. We've had lots of great results. And as I say, this fence here, there's the old crematorium at the back of this fence. And the crematorium itself, it is a really old building. It's like a typical Victorian building, and it's originally part of the hospital. The old hospital that used to be on this site, it used to be the chapel, and it was converted some years and years ago into a crematorium. It's been a crematorium ever since. In fact, it was a crematorium, along with it being a chapel, when the hospital was here. And they used to take the people who died in the hospital for whatever reasons, and they used to wheel them down a special path straight between the hospital and into the crematorium. And we know where that path is. We found the path. And we always get weird results on it, don't we, Mark? There's certain area of path. But it's certainly a compelling place. Right, have we got everything?
I think so, haven't we? I'm just trying to think what's going to be the most sensible way, because we don't really want to be walking back the way we came in. Shall we just go take the road now? Shall we go on the roadway?
Yeah, I'll grab my phone off, yeah. Just stick that in my pocket.
Yeah, great.
Now that is scary. Right, so we'll go do the pop pump now. Completely deep.
So, as Tony said, this live was just to test the signal for doing a live on YouTube. We're just walking back to the car. We had cameras set up recording as we was talking to you, so we will check the footage back over the next couple of days. Oh, Tony, I nearly got that on camera as well.
Good recovery. Yeah, just watch out for that bit of pipe
Yeah,
there.
watch that pipe. Tony,
Yeah.
want to say bye to the viewers on YouTube?
Oh, see you later, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you soon, all right?
Yeah, we appreciate you watching, guys. We'll go live again from a location again at some other point. But for now, take care. We'll see you soon.